Here's the question. So if you want to pause and have a go at it, you can, but what you'll notice is that this time you want to have the answer expressed in this form. And you will end up with fractions in the question, which again, we have a calculator, so that shouldn't cause too many difficulties. So have a go at the question, see if you can get it into the form y equals mx plus c, and then we'll do the end of the question together to see how to get it into the specified form. So pause the video now, have a go, and then when you're ready to convert it into the specified form, press play. Okay, let's go through the question. So we're going to follow the same sort of steps as before. So step one, we want to find the midpoint of f and g. So I'm going to do the mean of the x coordinate. So 8 add minus 4, halved, and then 20 plus 10, halved. That gives me 8 plus minus 4 is 4, divided by 2 is 2, and then 20 plus 10 is 30, divided by 2 is 15. So that is the coordinate, those are the coordinates, sorry, of the midpoint of f and g. Secondly, I'm going to want to find the gradient of f and g. So gradient of, when I say the gradient of fg, I mean the gradient, when I say the gradient of f and g, I mean the gradient of fg. So that's going to be y2 take away y1 over x2 take away x1. That's minus 10 over minus 12, which will simplify to 5 over 6. Now we want the perpendicular gradient, which is going to be minus 1 over 5 over 6, which should simplify to minus 6/5. I'm going to leave it in the form of an improper fraction. We can now write the gradient of the perpendicular line as y equals minus 6/5 x plus c. And I can substitute in the coordinates that I know it goes through, and the question tells me that it goes through the midpoint. So I can substitute in y as 15 and x as 2. So I'm just showing that here, which will give me 15 equals minus 12/5 plus c. And again, you can use a calculator to help you. To get c on its own, I need to add 12/5 to both sides. So we have c equals 15 plus 12/5, which again, you may as well do on a calculator, and that should give you 7/5. And this leaves us with the equation y equals minus 6/5 x plus 87/5. Now, they want it in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0. So what I'm going to do is add 6/5 x to both sides and subtract minus 87/5 to both sides so that I have everything on the same side of the equation, which will look like this: 6/5 x plus y take away 87/5 equals 0. Now, to get it in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are whole numbers, you multiply both sides of the equation by 5, because 5 is on the denominator of two of the terms on the left-hand side. If I had, say, one of them being 10 and one of them being 5, I would multiply both sides by the 10, that is the largest number. So what you will end up with is just 6/5 multiplied by 5. If you're not sure what that is, use a calculator, but that will work out to be 6. So 6x plus 5y, and then 87/5 multiplied by 5 is 87. So I have minus 87. And on the right-hand side, 0 times 5 is still 0, giving me the answer 6x plus 5y take away 87 equals 0.